Be solved? Ice Age Death Trap on Nova.
Next time on Nature.
You could hear this growl. I was like, okay, we got something real bad here.
Hey, yeah, buddy.
Out of the shadows.
So little's known about these doggone animals.
A phantom emerges.
It's absolutely impossible for any human being to keep up with a wolverine.
There she goes.
With an appetite for survival.
What wolverines can do is just beyond human.
Blazers' second-half surge beats the Bulldogs. Good evening, everyone. For WVUT Sports, I'm Mitch Columbi. The VU Trailblazers erupted for 52 second-half points on their way to a 73-49 win over Daly College Saturday in the PE Complex. Darius Carter scored all 11 of his points in the second half to go along with 17 from Ronald Ross and 14 by Deshaun Delaney. The Trailblazers started slowly, got ahead, and then fell behind 25-21 to the upset-minded Bulldogs at halftime. VU made adjustments at the break and held the visitors to just 24 points after intermission. The Trailblazers are back in action this evening as they face Cincinnati State. Tip-off is set for 7 p.m. Meanwhile, the VU Lady Blazers had little trouble in dismantling the Daly College women's team, 118-46. The shorthanded Bulldogs were in a deep hole before scoring their first points and trailed 62-19 at halftime. Laretha Drawn led VU with 24 points off the bench. Ingrid Ostraikas scored 21 and Jana Chakuri added 18 for the Blazer co-eds, now 18-3 on the season. The VU women's team is in action right now, taking on their counterparts from Cincinnati State. The pairings for the annual girls high school basketball tournament were drawn last night, with sectional play to set begin a week from tomorrow. At the Class 3A sectional at Jasper, Pike Central will play Heritage Hills in Game 1 on Tuesday night, followed by the host Lady Wildcats taking on Mitchell. Vincennes Lincoln drew a first-round bye and will play the winner of the Pike Central Heritage Hills game on Friday. And elsewhere, North Knox faces Linton next Tuesday at the Class 2A Bloomfield sectional. The following night finds Eastern Green playing North Central and Sullivan taking on South Knox. The host Bloomfield Lady Cardinals will face the winners of the North Knox-Linton game on Friday night. At the Bar Reeve Class A sectional, North Davies plays Washington Catholic, followed by Vincennes Reveille taking on Shoals. The winner of the Reveille-Shoals matchup plays Bar Reeve in the semifinals Friday night. Cody Zeller led 6 Hoosiers in double figures as IU's offense exploded for a 103-89 victory over Iowa Sunday at Assembly Hall. The former Washington Hatchet scored a career-high 26 points on 11 for 12 shooting from the field. Christian Watford dropped in 15 points, and Verdell Jones finished with 14 and dished out 9 assists as IU improves to 13-1 in Bloomington this season. Josh Oglesby scored 24 to lead the Hawkeyes. The Hoosiers improved to 17-5, 5-5 in the Big Ten heading into a matchup at Michigan Wednesday night. Eric Adkins led a balanced Notre Dame attack as the Fighting Irish edged 19th-ranked UConn 50-48 in Hartford. Jerian Grant hit 3 key free throws in the final 17 seconds and finished with 11 points. Scott Martin added 10 as the Irish ran their winning streak to 3. Jeremy Lamb led the Huskies with a game-high 16 points as UConn loses its 3rd game. Notre Dame improves to 14-8. The Irish are off until Saturday afternoon when they host Marquette. The Indiana Pacers still have not lost back-to-back games this season after beating the Magic 106-85 in Orlando Sunday. Danny Granger led the Pacers with 24 points. George Hill and David West added 16 each as Indiana finished its latest 3-game road trip with a pair of wins. The Pacers had lost their last 6 games in Orlando. Dwight Howard led the Magic with 24 points and 13 rebounds. The Pacers improved to 13-6, and they host the New Jersey Nets tomorrow night. While everyone was playing at half speed and ready to extend their Hawaiian vacation, Brandon Marshall played as if it was his last game. The Miami Dolphins wide receiver caught 6 passes for 176 yards and a Pro Bowl record 4 touchdowns, and the AFC used a second-half surge to beat the NFC 59-41 on Sunday. Marshall had a touchdown catch in each quarter, including an early 74-yarder and a 3-yarder in the 4th in a game filled with highlight reel grabs. He was selected the game's MVP, and his name now will join the likes of Walter Payton and Jerry Rice on the MVP banners at Aloha Stadium. The Indianapolis Colts are expected to announce additions to head coach Chuck Pagano's staff in the next few days. Several media outlets are reporting that Bruce Arians will be named offensive coordinator today. Arians had been the Pittsburgh Steelers offensive coordinator for 5 years before his contract was allowed to expire at the end of the 2011 season. Another former Steeler assistant, linebackers coach Keith Butler, will interview for the Colts' vacant defensive coordinator position on Tuesday. It's now time for our play of the day, and it's courtesy of the NBA. We head down to South Beach where the Miami Heat hosted the Chicago Bulls last night. Great game for those who didn't watch it. And here we go as Miami's Dwayne Wade lobs it up to LeBron James and he posterizes the defense. Take another look at that. Wade spots James going backdoor and LeBron climbs the ladder and actually goes up and over John Lucas for the alley-oop. The Bulls put up a fight, but Miami got the best of them as they took the win. Cameron, that might be a matchup we see in the playoffs.
All right, thanks, Mitch. And News Center 22 is back after this.
Join WVUT TV on Wednesday, February 15th for our live broadcast of Vincennes University Lady Blazers basketball. The Lady Blazers will host Three Rivers Community College with the tip-off at 7 p.m. Don't miss a great night of junior college basketball as the Lady Blazers entertain the Lady Raiders right here on WVUT.
As the festivities in Indianapolis kicked off over the weekend for the Super Bowl, everyone was watching as a special guest tried out the zip line. Eva Pilgrim has the story.
Young and young at heart, the zipline ride was full of people of all ages.
Well, I'm here to see my mother off on an adventure.
Gonna ride the zip line, they tell me.
Ruth Shaw was one of the handful of people invited by the Super Bowl host committee to ride the line before it opened.
I'm going with one of my favorite people, Ruth Shaw, who's the mayor of the Near East Side.
Adventure, she's not been one to go on the rides and attractions as we grew up, so this is real surprising.
The 77-year-old grandma and community activist was anxious but ready.
I'm here on time and I'm dressed. That was my nightmares I had. I'd either get here and it was all be over with, or I didn't have all my clothes on. I was trying to find something to cover up. So.
The harness is strapped and a quick climb to the top.
I figured if you can get up the steps, I ought to be able to get up.
Absolutely.
Miss Ruth took off, no problems.
So people will know if they've got any worries. If she can do it, I can do it.
And that is all for this evening. For Danny Taborn and Mitch Columby, I'm Cameron Riddle. Thanks for watching and have a good night.
This is WVUT Vincennes.
Welcome to our program.